His vehicle, causing the suspect's vehicle to turn into a parked
Dixie Highway to test drive a new 2024 Honda Civic. During the test drive, Logan waited for the salesperson to exit the car and then drove away. The Miami-Dade Police Department alerted law enforcement agencies to look out for the stolen vehicle. Later, a Florida Highway Patrol trooper spotted the car heading northbound on State Road 826 near NW 74th Street and initiated a traffic stop. Logan refused to pull over, continuing to drive recklessly at high speeds on SR 826, weaving through traffic and ignoring the trooper's emergency lights and sirens.
I'm behind it, 1560 behind it, southbound 826, approaching 58. I'll take the radio. We're southbound approaching 58th Street.
Logan's driving became increasingly reckless, showing complete disregard for the safety of others on the busy highway. She weaved through lanes at high speeds, endangering every motorist around her. Despite the heavy traffic, her reckless maneuvers continued.
We're trying to catch up to him. I'm trying to get to him, but what's that to me? Southbound approaching 36, southbound approaching 36. How do you take? 74, 74. Hey, we're still southbound. It's approaching 2nd Street. Go behind it. She's still going southbound.
Logan took the pursuit to the shoulder lane, colliding with multiple vehicles and causing severe damage to her car. Despite the extensive damage, she showed no signs of surrender and attempted to keep the car moving, further escalating the danger for everyone on the road.
The exit to 25th Street, Miami, start fire. Steve, I start fire.
Logan eventually exited the vehicle and, in a final attempt to evade capture, jumped into a nearby river. Officers quickly arrested her and took her into custody. The 27-year-old suspect faced multiple charges, including grand theft, aggravated, fleeing and eluding, resisting an officer without violence, and leaving the scene of a crash involving injuries. On June 10th, 2024, while patrolling the area of Highway 253 and Old Highway 271, Trooper observed a gray Kia passenger car passing vehicles on a double yellow line and driving recklessly. The Trooper activated blue lights and siren in an attempt to initiate a traffic stop, but the driver of the Kia began to flee south on Highway 253. The pursuit continued for several miles as the suspect vehicle recklessly evaded capture, maintaining a dangerous speed and maneuvering through traffic.
Louisiana Tech 3200, Lee Charles.
The trooper maintained a safe distance behind the suspect vehicle, carefully monitoring the situation. Once the opportunity presented itself and traffic began to clear, he initiated a TVI maneuver to bring the reckless pursuit to a halt. After performing the TVI, the suspect vehicle attempted to regain control. However, the trooper continued to apply pressure, ultimately forcing the vehicle off the roadway. Once the suspect vehicle came to a stop, troopers maintained lethal cover on it and successfully placed the driver, identified as Hargett, and the passenger, identified as Wilson, into custody. Following the arrest, the troopers conducted a search of the vehicle where they discovered a plastic container containing suspected methamphetamine, as well as several used syringes with suspected methamphetamine residue. On September 30th, 2022, trooper observed a white Jeep Grand Cherokee entering I-85 north from Cleveland Avenue. The Jeep was traveling at a high rate of speed, accelerating further and changing lanes without using a turn signal. After getting behind the vehicle, the trooper estimated its speed to be over 90 miles per hour in a 55 miles per hour zone. Activating his lights and siren, the trooper paced the Jeep at 94 miles per hour. In response, the Jeep sped up, crossed over a painted gore area, and fled the scene, prompting the trooper to pursue. The suspect was initially traveling at a high rate of speed, but suddenly slowed down, allowing two passengers to exit the vehicle and flee on foot. However, the driver quickly accelerated again, resuming the high-speed chase. The pursuit continued as the trooper followed the suspect, now determined to apprehend the driver while the two fleeing passengers attempted to escape on foot. Sergeant Tarpley used the pit maneuver to stop the Jeep, which then crashed off the road and overturned, catching fire. Upon arrival, the trooper extinguished the flames and found two unresponsive suspects nearby. He put on gloves and applied a tourniquet to one suspect's leg while Sergeant Tarpley performed CPR on him when he stopped breathing. A broken and bloody AR-15 rifle was located near the suspects. One suspect, Montavious Lovejoy, was transported to Grady Hospital by Grady EMS due to a prior gunshot wound. On June 6, 2023, trooper was involved in a vehicle pursuit of a stolen 2021 Chevrolet Silverado. The vehicle had been reported stolen after an unknown suspect feloniously assaulted a subject at Lewis Farms by pointing a pistol at him. Shelby Police Chief Dean Roessler was dispatched to the scene to address the stolen vehicle complaint, but the suspect fled the scene.
Shelby, where we get any cars up there? State 50, Shelby, what's that here? 16, no Shelby. 13 right now. We're coming into the village in New right now. Comes through traffic just south of Garfield.
The suspect exited the stolen vehicle and walked north on the rail trail for approximately 900 feet before being taken into custody. As he exited the vehicle, Oceana County Deputy Hanson and trooper drew their service weapons and had the suspect at gunpoint. At that moment, the suspect pulled what appeared to be a pistol from his waistband.
Get on the ground! Get down! Get on the ground! Down! Get on the ground! Take the gun! Put the gun down!
1580.
The suspect was successfully arrested and taken into custody, effectively bringing the chase to an end. On April 4th, 2021, Trooper observed Port Wentworth Police Sergeant Jeffrey McMurray attempting to pull over a gray Nissan Armada traveling northbound on GA 21 as it merged onto the southbound Interstate 95 on-ramp. The suspect vehicle failed to yield to the blue lights and siren, initiating a flight southbound on Interstate 95. Trooper notified Troop 1 Communications of the pursuit and inquired whether assistance was needed. Sergeant McMurray communicated over the radio that he requested help and moved to the left to allow Trooper to join the pursuit. Trooper then informed dispatch that he was entering the pursuit and taking primary responsibility. Due to the busy road conditions, the trooper was unable to execute a pit maneuver. However, he continued to closely tail the suspect vehicle, remaining vigilant and waiting for an opportunity to safely intervene and bring the pursuit to an end.
When I was on pit, we came up on track.
About 400 is 1080.
Reckon I still can't pit him. Too much traffic out here. Fast going to in the left lane.
Many drivers noticed the pursuit happening behind them and decided to slow down. This unexpected response disrupted the suspect's plan and significantly assisted the troopers, creating a safer environment for the pursuit and allowing the officers to gain closer proximity to the fleeing vehicle.
Reckon if y'all can hold that traffic up there, we can hold him in. He's going around on the left shoulder. He's trying to go around on the left shoulder. The cars keep moving. I was trying to. He was stopped for a minute. He's in the left lane. Stay where you are. Stay where you are. He's trying to go around in the middle.
Troopers successfully executed a pit maneuver, sending the suspect vehicle into a ditch. The troopers then exited their patrol cars and arrested the suspect without further incident, effectively bringing the chase to an end. On November 17th, 2023, Florida Highway Patrol observed a black Mercedes SUV traveling at a high rate of speed and making unsafe lane changes. When they activated their emergency lights to conduct a traffic stop, the driver accelerated and fled the scene, initiating a pursuit.
Northbound on Northwest 22. Nav is going to be a black SUV.
The suspect was traveling at an extremely high rate of speed, making it challenging for the trooper to catch up to him during the pursuit.
South on 441. very much.
The trooper finally caught up to the suspect and rammed his vehicle, causing the suspect's vehicle to turn into a parking lot and come to a stop. The trooper immediately exited his patrol vehicle and arrested the suspect, who was taken into custody without further incident. On January 7th, 2024, Trooper Flores was enforcing speed limits on Interstate 4 in Seminole County, Florida, when a silver vehicle was observed traveling 103 miles per hour in a 60 mph zone. The vehicle, weaving dangerously through traffic, ignored emergency lights and sirens, then escalated its attempt to evade by speeding onto State Road 414. At one point, the driver discarded a can from the window, further emphasizing her disregard for the law.
I'm going to be 1031 in the vehicle right now. I'm going to be westbound I-4 at the 92. It's going to be a silver color Hyundai Sonata. Speeds are 122. Traffic is moderate.
1044 units, station on 1033 transit, 42 1031, Silver Hyundai, Nancy and I-4 westbound, passing 92 at 22 miles per hour.
The suspect continued to drive recklessly, weaving in and out of traffic in an attempt to evade Trooper Flores. Exiting the interstate, the suspect persisted in dangerous maneuvers, disregarding the safety of others and continuing at a high speed despite law enforcement's efforts to initiate a stop.
10-4, 50 miles per hour, light traffic. 10-4, 1455, 51. 3262, updated 1020.
We're going to be approaching Concord.
10-4, still heading eastbound 414. Wait, window. Class 10-4, we have a couple units, 51. 239 now.
The suspect ran multiple red lights, increasing the distance between himself and Trooper Flores. This evasive tactic allowed the suspect to temporarily gain ground, making it difficult for the trooper to keep up. After about 5 minutes, Trooper Flores was able to close the gap and resume the pursuit at a closer distance.
10-4, passing Orion, speed at 90 miles per hour.
We just made a U-turn. We're heading westbound on 1792. We'll be approaching O'Brien. Window, he's showing me a bag. He's flicking me off. We're approaching Martin Drive. We just passed it.
10-4, passing Markham Drive. 1452, just signal 14389, advise when it's 10-4, you're able to pit.
That is 10-4. Speeds have been pretty high.
Trooper Flores steadily gained control of the pursuit, skillfully closing in on the suspect. After about a minute, the opportunity presented itself, allowing Trooper Flores to make a decisive move to bring the high-speed chase to an end.
1452 has traffic conditions. 1452 has traffic conditions.
Trooper Flores executed a precision immobilization technique maneuver, causing the suspect's vehicle to spin out. However, as Trooper Flores attempted to exit the patrol car, the suspect accelerated, striking the trooper's vehicle in a desperate attempt to flee, but karma acted swiftly. Just moments later, the suspect lost control, crashing their vehicle with no escape route remaining. The chase ended there, with the suspect unable to avoid the consequences of their reckless actions.